Good morning. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. Activation continues. Oh, let's straighten out the little thumb going down over there. Okay. That means welcome back, you angels of light and love, doing your utmost excellency. So, breaking bank on the news. I don't know why I labeled it like that exactly, but I feel like there's a lot of wealth in what I'm doing. Yesterday, I also got a lot done, a lot of like the odds and ends, and oh my gosh, things are so obvious. Like I have to tell you all the news. Just what happened yesterday. Ugh. Anyway, where do I start? Do I start like moving from like reversal, like backwards to like the beginning of it? What do I do with all of that? Okay, so anyway, breaking bank on the news. This is the card that they gave me. Don't bother me. Like I cannot be bothered. It's a star card with back turned and the messaging. You know what? Oh my God. Do you have any idea what this means? It is speaking to me. It's the Empress card, hidden in plain sight. Look at it. See? Looking at the transparent tarot, the single flower in the field. That's the Empress card. The Transparent Tarot by Emily Carding. But right here, you see messaging coming from the great beyond. They've come to me. They're filling me in. You have no idea. They're like, take notice of this, Tina. Take note. Hey, nudge, nudge. Did you notice that it's going on? So my BFF in another realm, but also here, is conveying so many secrets of of what needs to be transparent for reals. This person, this sentience is embodying it. Do you know how much communication that is? It's like freaking shooting stars. So this is big energy. Huge energy. Also conveying to me that I am one of the same. It's my star family, for reals. Hey, what's up? I love you. Thank you for showing up. This is wonderful. The act of temperance is going on still. This is excellent. I don't even know what to tell you. So let me just, I guess, move backwards. Move backwards. I don't even know where. Yeah. Where do I start? I got a lot of things done yesterday. The boss of the department is doing a wonderful job, I would have to say. Very intelligent. I have to, it's like, just, I don't know how to, I'm not gonna do the dead giveaway on all of this stuff, but I have to acknowledge that, okay? I have to give credit where credit's due. I can't speak too soon because things are like, in progress, and the last news was that, there were a lot of changeovers, a lot of changing of energies, changing of sides. So I just have to like kind of be patient with all of that. In ensuring that that I'm not committing people to anything, that they're moving along within their free will, because that's truly the exhibitor of growth. Yeah, not just change. So there's that. But okay, let me tell you. You remember I told you the person prior to me, the girl that I was replacing? Holy smackerels. I finally decided, okay, it's end of year expenses, right? Okay, so I'm like, I got to do all these things. Then this girl never set me up for whatever, even though she extended, like, it's just total bullshit. But that was oh my God, that was more than being not technically savvy. Oh my God. Anyway, I had to like mull through emails, like, which is fine. I was like, this girl was so, oh my God. Okay, let's just stay focused here. Stay focused. Thank God there's such thing as goals, and there are such thing as common goals, because people at the other office, they're getting, their shit straight. So I'm like, yes, somebody wants to get their shit straight. And so it gave me reason to execute these other things that must be done so that I am contributing to the local team, and that it makes the local team look good, look way better than what they had before. So I'm proud to say I can show up for that. So I did that, and it allowed for me to like web into other things that must be done, setting up, changing over contacts for billing and this and that. And it's like, gosh, let's go through self-orientation, Tina. That's okay. That's okay. I'm the right person for the job. And like, oh my God, there was like no billing history, like the invoice, like, oh my gosh, I told you how there's like four separate folders for like the freaking same thing, all different names. Like, sorry, 20% battery. Okay. I don't even know. 4 different folders. Like, okay, so there's like there were 2 to 3 different folders, like just like footsteps away from each other, of the same vendors. 3 separate vendors, let me tell you. And there was like 3 separate folders also of all different names too. Office admin, what else? Like administrative tools, like, oh my God, what? And admin assistant, but not spelled correctly, the assist part. And then what else was it? Holy smokes. I just, what? And then even when you open the folders, there was like one file, one archive file. Like, what? And then the invoicing, like, they're all named different things. Like, what happened? What the fuck was happening here? I don't even understand it. Like, how do you get by with this thing? Anyway, I straightened it out. I looked at the archive. Thank God they gave me access to the previous email, so I can just like at least get a year's worth of history, if not 2, on certain invoicing, so that we can look historically and become more independent within our analytical nature to like get our shit straight. Like, what the fuck? I should be paid way better if that girl was getting paid equivalent to whatever, or like even nearing, like, dude, I'm doing her work. I'm doing backlog stuff just for the greatest good. The greatest good of my team. It's like, I don't know when they're gonna act like a team, but dude, whatever. At least I'm bringing it home for like my true caretakers, for sure. Whoa, I did a lot even just in 30 minutes, let me tell you. Yeah. So I think I spent an hour in some trying to like, and so like Blah. Dude, what the heck? There must be some political shit going on, and there some major control, like, and I know who the perpetrator, who, like, the instigator is. Freaking my boss. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, so petty. So she waltzed in like, hi, everybody. And she tried to be like the BFF girlfriend to freaking everybody over there. Like, there's no, like, there's no sense of urgency and whatever. And then when we had company over, she acted like she was so fucking busy. Like, oh my God. Closed door even. It was crazy. The kind of like subtleties and like trying to play strings, like, if you mess with me, I'm gonna like make you look bad kind of thing, which she totally like, there was no reason for her to be late at several things. No reason. Absolutely zero reason. It was like she knew that there were certain things going on, so she was trying to play like mind games with the boss, right? Coming in late, like, we had guests, like, dude, they weren't even like full week guests. They were about half the week, you know, there. And she was late to like all of the engagements. It was so fucking weird. It was like, and she had to leave early. It was like mind-blowing for this planned event. So it was almost like ingraining, like, through these gestures, that I will like make you look bad. I will make every effort to make you look bad if you like fuck with me or if you throw me away. And it's like, no, dude, you're throwing yourself away. Wow. So give me a second. I was shocked. I was appalled. It was crazy. Give me a second. So anyway, that's that. Let me go ahead and get this figured out straight right here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so what do you want to say here? She waltzed in and just like showing pictures from her phone, this and that, like trying to like buddy up with the crew, like she's still relevant, and everybody's playing along, like, oh, hey, yes, oh, la, 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 la. And then she closes the door of their office, like talks big, like on the phone, and then she comes up to me, and she like, it was, the interactions have become so petty now. A midpoint, it was weird. She's like, oh, so did you have a good holiday? You know, like, how are the kids? First, I was like, you never ask me about my kids, so you must be doing some stupid, like, bullshit work over there. But, she, you know, she was like, oh, so how are the kids? I was like, great, they're good, yeah. And said, did you have like good holidays? You know, it's like phishing attempts, right? And I was like, yeah, it was good. You know, I was like, I said like, oh, she was kind of like, yeah, she was definitely fishing around. She said, after she lingered about with that question, I said, yeah, they're out and about right now. They're traveling, and, you know, it's good. And she's like, oh, and the smile crept up on her face. She said, Christmas alone? I don't remember how she said, but that was basically the gist of it. And I was like, no. It was, we had Christmas together. It was just after, and she nodded, and I nodded, and I said, it's actually quite perfect. And then that's where I saw the smile like dissolve from her face. Like, it just like became a plaster. I was like, yeah, so it's good, you know. It gives me so much like peace and quiet, like, or no, she said something. I said, I forgot how it went, like exactly, like I know my seers will be there, the people that are like really, really watching. So she said, oh, so you have some me time finally, and like, these subtleties, like I don't have time for myself or whatever, like just to, it means something else. And I didn't see it like that until just like right now, what she was like, just because the whole thing, the whole show. And I said, oh yeah, it's actually really nice. Like I wasn't trying to be positive. I was just really thinking about it. I said, yeah, it's actually pretty nice. And I'm like, like, that's, I remember saying it like that. Like, I don't even remember, like, it's kind of like my guides are helping me say things that are kind of in your face without me even realizing it. And I was like, well, like when you're alone, it's kind of different. And that's when I saw, like, it shook her. Because, like, she really is alone. Like, she doesn't want anybody to know that she is alone, that she's been left alone quite willingly. Like, yeah. Like, her living situation might seem like it has a glamorous, like, adventurous take to it, but it's not. It's really not. No. But I'm not here to talk about, like, shit about somebody, but it's just like that comes from an originating place, like this facade. So I have to take that into account in my own story, like when people really exert themselves, especially with negativity, make a huge effort. So like, but I was just saying, I was just like saying that, yeah, like, like when it comes to dinner, when you're alone, like, just do whatever, I'm good with anything. I'm fine with leftovers. But when you have, your family there, it's like you want to make it more special. And so, it's just less time consuming. I do have time for myself. It is really nice. It doesn't bother me to have leftovers or just make whatever I feel like at the moment. And it's not like it doesn't have to be any kind of showy. And like the conversation just dropped because it didn't go where she wanted it to go. In fact, like I think it kind of triggered her when I wasn't trying to trigger her. It was just like, doesn't anybody know, like when they're kind of alone, it just makes things a little, you don't have to really attend to anything. I mean, I still have to like really be more conscious of my cat's needs. And so like I'm cool with that, it's good. Like I spent my full hour lunch, like, dude, I lost, I thought I lost a stone, a newer stone of mine, yesterday morning, while I was doing some errands or whatever, like just kind of taking care of some things. And I thought I was going to be late again to work, but I wasn't. Like, like the day before yesterday, I was like a minute or two late, which is like not even a big fucking deal, especially with all the things that are, whatever. And so yesterday, also the same thing, like 1 or 2 minutes late, but it was all into perspective, the day before that, the beginning of the week. So Tuesday, I only took half an hour lunch, didn't really take my 2 15-minute breaks. So it's like, when you think about these things, and I clocked out like 8 minutes later because of something that I was trying to like wrap up and handle. And then like the week before was like a freaking crazy. So it's like the 2 or 3 minutes late thing is not a big freaking deal, especially when I show up to work every single day. And I still show up like on time for like the most important people. So like, come on, let's just put this into perspective here. So I'm just writing these things in my head, like, okay, like checklisting. Is this like really okay? So I'm still like vetting myself. I'm not trying to like convince anybody. I'm just trying to like figure this out as I go, like being for real, legit. And so like, what happened? Holy smokes, there's just so much that happened. So we had that discussion, dropped off like the face of the earth. And then, how do we want to go about this, Angels of Light Love? How are we going to discuss this? But that was like one thing. And that's just, and then midpoint, she's like waltzing through the office, and she says, "Oh, what day is it? What day is it today? Oh, is it Wednesday?" And I thought about it. I was like, "Yeah, it's Wednesday." And then it was only like after she had left, like there was like this light little like information, like light glaze of data to tell me, like it was like this mask of like things that are moving so quickly she didn't even realize what day it was, so that she has this like excuse, this cover in the ethers that she missed my request time off. But it was also a subtle like poke to say like, I know you requested tomorrow off, but I'm totally ignoring you. And that's fine or whatever. I didn't even like, I just know what game she's playing at. So I don't know, like it's not going to make me work any less tomorrow. It's just, I understand that she is unworthy of respect. Like that's it. She's unworthy of the boss's boss, like however high up you go and low, she's not deserving of respect. That kind of bullshit behavior, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but I'm definitely not I don't deserve any of whatever she's dishing out. So I know that because of my history working for Spirit, I know that she's a repeat offender. She's done this many times to other people. Yeah. So what do you want to say about this? Oh yeah. So I could tell within the emails how she's responding, like that she was reaching through like the greatest depths of the emails to see, like, to kind of shove in our boss's face that like, oh, Tina didn't tend to this part or to that part. Like she didn't do like the little frilly things or whatever. And when like I wasn't the one that was directly interfaced with, you know, like, how do I say this? There was a certain ask from a foreign entity to me anyway. And there's certain like customs with etiquette and how to respond, this and that. And with like being MIA from the office and playing all these games, it makes it quite difficult to nail down certain commitments by said party. Do you know what I'm talking about? So if I'm trying to coordinate certain things and somebody purposefully makes themselves absent or like, I'm not frazzled, blah, like it delays not just that particular thing, but all of the other things that need to be done. You know, like, so I got along fine without her. I got along like really well without her. But so she dug like so far into like emails to like say, and that's the only thing that she dug into. That's it. That's the only thing that she really like, just anything that she could poke into, like, oh, Tina made a mistake at this, or like Tina, like the things that she targeted were very, very petty. Like she went out of her way to do that. And if I wasn't doing so well, she would not even touch those emails. I can attest to that. In fact, the boss knows. The boss can like see clearly through that. But it's great. It's great because like that means that I'm working with really smart people who can see right through all the bullshit. Now, I don't know what else to say about that, except as I was leaving, like I realized I didn't take my 2 50-minute breaks, and like I was just like mulling through it. And normally any other admin would probably be discouraged within that kind of atmosphere and just like pull back. Just like I saw, like, where were you mentally with like this filing, this e-filing and the emails? Like, yeah. We're wow. Excuse me. So so I packed up my stuff because like this other girl that works remotely because she lives the farthest, she everybody like leaves right on the dot when they're supposed to. Right on the dot. And so like why should I be held like outside of those, you know, like why should higher expectations come out of me to like spend out of pocket time for that's kind of outside of the norm, the cultural norm already. I mean, by default, I'm thinking that they get paid higher, and regardless of whether the specialty or not, that shit can be learned. I know that 100%. And so, like, why would I spend any single like extra minute? I shouldn't be held accountable for like going above and beyond when like that's the standard, when it impedes on my time. And I think now the boss understands that, or they have for like the past week or so, and they've been like freaking like so like but like I don't think that that's a realm of favoritism at all. I really just feel like that's just being a boss and a good boss. So what do we want to say here? So I was packing up my stuff because I realized it takes a while to pack up the stuff, to log out, to close out this and that. And I decided to do what that girl does and like leaving, like prepping and leave in order to leave at the last second. So I did that, and I did it so well that I saw her like as I was trying to like leave. I saw her like just about to get to the door and leave, but like I got to there first, to the entry, and I like in my mind I was like, that's funny. So I was like thinking in my head that I was going to open the door for her and just kind of greet her, like perfect timing. You know, in my head I'm like, I'm still like I'm still happy. Like there's things to salvage, and like I think it's funny that you know, I just like I'm still, you know, friendly or whatever. And what does she do? She has this bitch face on, like, because I'm like about to open the door, like, I don't know, for her, and I see that she's got the bitch face on. Oh no, it wasn't before. It was before I was going to open the door. It was because I was going to greet her. I see that she has her bitch face on, and she took a turn straight to go to our boss's office to check in on the closed door thing. And I was like, she's already busy, like on the phone or whatever, like talking big, but then it slowly dissipates. But I'm not going to make a U-turn to like check in. I just realized I'm not, there's only so much that I'm going to give as far as respect, because like she's definitely not deserving of like the final check-in to like waste any more of my time. So and it's not just wasting more of my time, it's wasting company time, because you best be sure I'm going to be logging stuff now. You know, I'm going to be doing that. So that time will be owed back. And that's just fair. So if I give her the opportunity to waste any more of my time, it's wasting company time. So, But it was just like, I'm going to be the better kid, and I'm going to be checking in on this person who she knows. Like, people play themselves on a subconscious level, because like this girl just wants like her security, and she wants the one up, you know. I'm going to be the person that reports like every like yucky detail, like it's just so that I can secure my own space. And I'm going to like secure my bonds with this particular person because I'm going to be the good child who checked in to see if there's anything more that's needed before I leave. And it's like, that's just the etiquette. That's just the classy thing to do. Whatever. You go waste your time. So like, I know that if it was like, normally I would do that, but under knowing like all the conditions that, like all the things that happen, not worth my time. Like what she did to the boss while company was here is like, wow, that was very surprising. So she doesn't deserve respect. I mean, there's everything shows me it's just like toying around with time, trying to grasp for it. So anyway, that was yesterday. That was low pitched high ringing, 3:05 a.m. What's the card on that, Archangel Michael? Is there something? Am I being put on notice, or like what's that warning for? Tell me. Sun card, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So it's shining light on the, like, not having to micromanage, just surrender. It's like, it's not worth it, you know? It's of no value to be like hung up in a situation that's like trying to keep you tied down, like, so you play mercy and you have to pretend like you can't get out of it, you know, the hostage situations. Like there's no, I have no interest in that. But there's a big eagle like coming to like help, you know. So just to remain like in practice, unbothered, aloof, you know, objective to the situation. So that's a huge kind of like, it was loud, but it was somewhat like on a lower pitch on my right ear. So that's I'm trying to understand what like all of, like, just try to put into context what these things mean. So I've already proven my point. I think that's what the beeping was for. No, it wasn't even a beep. High-pitched ringing on the low frequency. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Got 10 of Wands. Somebody has to do like a lot of work here. I don't know what the deal. Okay. High Priestess in reverse, and then the Phoenix energy here of the Page of Wands. There were some other things that had happened. I don't remember exactly what, but that was the gist of it. I got, dude, like, seriously, the things that were in limbo, like, I'm just sorting out certain things that like have been hung up for a while. It's end of year. We need to do a clean sweep. There is still time for RSVPs and nice bows and responses and all of that. But like, I think what really is truly getting hung up is the purposeful nature of this particular person with selective attention spans to respond. It's, I didn't, dude. So like, what are we saying here? Because like there's several messaging in here, Archangel Michael. There's a lot of work to be done. And I really feel like this is for this high priestess in reverse, like this person doing dirty magic. 100%. She's doing dirty magic. She's gonna have a lot put on her plate. Like, you know, some people pretend like they're super busy and overloaded with stuff because they like program their work that way. They're too busy like pulling like bullshit antics, and then so their plate gets loaded. So then it gives them an excuse to bow out of certain situations, and it's like there's some of that going on, but there's also like, because all of this work is, from what I understand, if the busy season came sooner and it's not quite 100% as busy as the season depicts itself to be, that tells me, by logic, if the busier season is like peeking its way through, that, and it's not 100% there to its full, like, you know, oomph level, that means that it's manageable. It means it's manageable. It's auspicious. It's lucky to have that. And I know wherever I go, I bring good things. I bring, like, but there's also destruction on what needs to be destroyed for that reformation to begin. But like, I bring in good business. I know I do. And my level, people do want to work with me hidden, even if it's by association. There is more business coming through. I've seen that as a trend, regardless of the industry. So, like, how do I say it? So there's more reason for me to protect the operations, the things that happen, than not. Because if there are investors out, being that there are additional investors that know me outside of like the 9 to 5, I want to protect whatever they are also investing in. So there's that. So like, okay, so it's like, this is what's happening with that bullshit energy, right? But like, the cards are showing themselves as this too, with the Phoenix. Like, this is like the humble page, like overseeing this, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I have to boss up and kind of like parent this thing that's going on. And there's so much like backing here, you know, even though I don't have the formal throne or whatever, I haven't been, no, I can't really say that part of it, but yeah, even though I don't have like the fancy chair or whatever, it's, you know what I've got to say, I am uber thankful for, you know, the setup at work. Prior to me getting there, actually, it was simultaneous because I had to like close out these certain tasks. But like, I got a new chair. It wasn't like an executive chair, but it was like a nice, it wasn't like the yucky chair that like, I didn't have to sit in the energetics of the previous person. Like, oh my God, no. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Usually I don't give a shit about stuff like that, but being that I know the situation, I am glad of getting my own separate energetic chair. I shall ward it. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's what we got to say about that. Anything else that you want to say, Archangel Michael? What is this thing called again? Breaking the bank. On what? On the latest news, basically. All right, the latest and greatest. What's going on? Archangel Michael, what do you want to say? 4 of Cups and 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Look, it's like a side-by-side comparison of, you know, what I've been talking about. So what I was saying about the burdens for this, like, what do you call it? They're saying wicked witch. This unsavory person right here, and me having to like watch over like this stuff. It's also the same here. That's like the person that, because this is a different take within the same suiting, but like I have doubled up, and like I'm making my peace, finding my peace, and executing it just well, finding the wishes, like finding the inner child, like just contemplating, you see? Whereas this girl is just like, you know, feeling down in the dumps, jaded, left alone, stranded. There's a different like feeling here in each picture where both of them are separate, are alone, but one of them really feels lonely and kind of ostracized, if not ostracizing herself. So there's something about like the comfortability with self, and the impression of one's investments. So there's that. Spirit wanted, or Archangel Michael wanted to be like, that's the faceplate of each card. Okay, anything else? Oh, you got the 4 of Wands right there. And the intro card, filled in and glowing. All right. So there's a great amount of wealth in, oh look, it's the Death card. Okay, so there's a great amount of wealth in things that are like are transpiring with transparency. So we have here the Death card in reverse and the 9 of Swords in reverse. Like, do not stress, Tina. Do not stress anybody who is actually caring for me, like sponsoring me, they're supporting me, supporting the situation, because like it's leading to transformation, the things that absolutely need to happen. There's follow through finally, not just like, you know, like how you're hopping paychecks or hopping places or like just like this and that. There's not going to be any of that. Like, it's not just like make do right by the seat of your pants, like hopefully magic, like it'll feel like magic, like riding like a magic carpet or something, but it's really by the seat of your pants. So it's there's not going to be any of that. Like, there's going to be real establishment. I don't know, that's what they're telling me here. Yeah. So there's reformation, because this is the 2 of Wands guy over here. This is the Fool's guy over here. So 2 of Wands is planning. It's like overseeing. It's sizing up the situation well, etc. And the Fool card is an adventurous spirit. So being that this is a reversal, this is a reformation. They meet death. They meet the demise. They meet the need for not just changeover, but new guidelines. Here, was that was in reverse. It was both in reverse. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was like, what the heck? So there's that. Excellent. I like it. Even for this particular person that's like not shining at the moment, only the impacted lies, and like, oh man, I can only imagine. So what was I gonna say about this? Yeah, there should be no fear, no like, this is a good thing for all parties. Definitely. It gives a clear and open opportunity to to correct one's path. But there's, oh my gosh, it shows me there's like a lot of karma, a lot of burdens. Like there's additional burdens than what she anticipated, what she like programmed her work to be like. There's more. Anyway. Yeah, oh my god, look, I'm telling you, defeat. Every time, like, all the positioning here, like, the favorable stuff is on my side, and this is, like, oh my god, her. This is insane. What the heck is... yeah. Totally disarmed. All right, Angel, what... Okay. Archangel Michael, what do you want to be known at this time? Oh, King of Pentacles, what up? And the Four of Wands. Holy smokes, this is bossing up for sure. And creating not just a house, but a home. Not just a structure, but also foundations. This is excellent. This is also winning the favor of the people who are truly bossing up too, that are overseeing happiness within the home structure. So this is ultimate support from the divine, and this most industrious, like tangible nature. This is wonderful. I like it. I like it. This is good. This is very, very good. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, by the way, shout out to my ex's lawyer in advance for being patient with me. I will get it together. I'm just processing some other things right now, and I want to be respectful of your time, and I really just also want to cram in my benefit stuff that I've paid for this year. You know how much it took out of my paychecks. I know, like, I can't claim you for my side. I know you have a job to do. I understand. I just, yeah. So that's what I just got to say right now. I appreciate your patience, your extended patience in the meantime. I would hope that I wouldn't have to revoke certain realms of gratitude that I have for your placement. All right. Okay, so we have again the glow up card, filled in and glowing, and announcing myself. And this is like the face card of the deck, right? Yeah, and then there's the Destiny card, or the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, followed up by the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups. Okay. So this is a great unfolding. What a turn of events. I don't think anybody really expected these things to happen because, like, you know, I don't think people were really privy to what was really going on. They just kind of had a feel like, what is going on? That's funny. So this has been going on for a long time. Look, you see, like, these are, this has been happening for a long time. This is, like, dipping into the archives for sure. But now people are able to see the patterning and able to, like, show up. Nine of Wands, okay? I think people who have been part of this are realizing that the archived milestones were not as, like, because when you have, like, when you grow, and your goals also grow with you. This goes for anybody. And so when you look at your past achievements, they're not like we're not taking away from them by seeing them as like, we're not seeing them as small, but we have larger ones now. So we show up, and this is basically like not resting on our previous achievements, or what do they say? Not resting on laurels. But it's showing up knowing like, hey, you know, I did this, but I could do so much more. And so it's showing up to that. And because of that, it's like, it's so disarming to the other side. In fact, we have master number 77 with the, so many more options really to look at, because you're not looking at yourself as like stagnant, as confined to one space. So this is having a great advantage, because it's like you ex-nay on the bullshit, right? People are actually giving it a rest, if not like kind of like disbanding. Yeah. You know what I'm being called? Like, what is it? They're telling me that these people that were trying to oppose whatever it is, my standing, or our standing, they are being called to tend to other things. That's why they couldn't attend this like brawl here. This like little riot protest thing going on. Yeah, they couldn't cause a ruckus because something like a ruckus is happening in their own lives. Something they had to tend to. They're just like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. You know, this also goes for the business, like workplace. They can't like fuck around with me anymore, because they have to, like, they really have to focus and tend to other things. So amen to these other sponsors giving us their business. Because you know what, they're the ones that are gonna look really bad if they don't show up and do their actual job. So great, like they know when it boils down to like the things that are of high priority, and their face is attached to, or and their name is attached to whatever it is that needs to be done, they're gonna show up for that, not the petty stuff. So that's very interesting to see that like come through. Yeah. That's very interesting. I like it. Okay, so yeah, so then inevitably the 10 of Cups rolls through, like happiness, fulfillment. It's growth of the lotus flower, you know? People get out of stuff, like they're no longer a stick in the mud. You know, there's huge potential growth opportunity for fulfillment and happiness. You know, in the industry that I work in, that's basically what that's basically the tone of what we provide. Like if I was doing marketing and doing like a fucking commercial, like, you know how people have certain reputations within the industry, like mine is about securing longevity, sustainability, the reassurance that of like a brighter future. To sum it up, you know, like peace of mind and and how do I say it? I don't want it to be a dead giveaway, but it's offering peace of mind for greater establishments, offering that kind of support. Okay, that's what that is. And that's all the more reason, because I see eye to eye with just being a newbie and not even like anywhere like elbow deep in the industry. Like I get the gist. I know that. So I'm 100% supported. Cheers to being green. And then some. What fell? Oh, it's the 9 of Pentacles that fell on top of my side, as well as this connecting point here. So why do we get the 9 of Pentacles there? Archangel Michael, why do we get the 9 of Pentacles in reversal? Is it foreboding independence and sustenance? Like, or is that somebody trying to like latch onto coattails, even at the beginning point? We have is the Queen of Swords? Yeah, Queen of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. No, this is, I'm standing in my truth, sitting in my truth. This is absolute collaborative effort. So this is definitely becoming more independent and sustainable within these efforts. That what I represent is actually very, very, very good. So it's good for the workplace. It's good for my career growth and opportunities. And it doesn't have to be confined to like just this avenue. But you see here, like, I cannot be bothered. I'm practicing. But this also means that standing, like whoever's in the back right here, behind me is very well protected too. Especially right behind the Queen of Swords. Right behind the suiting, for sure. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. I didn't even expect to see the 3 of Pentacles. Like, holy freaking molies. Okay, we're going to close this one out a little bit because it's like 3:30. Archangel Michael. What is it that you, oh yeah, so about my ex's lawyer thing. Yeah, thanks. There are certain things that I paid for that I really want to take advantage of, and there are other things like that are happening in the loop. I think you understand. And like I said, I know you have a job. I know you tend to other things, so I don't know why I felt called to say that. Archangel Michael, why am I saying these things? I don't, is it okay that I say it? It's already said. Okay, because world card inverted. We all want closure. I know I personally want closure. I think I've made that evident. There's other things tied into it that is not allowing me to rush to complete certain things. Like, I know I would feel like that dope moment if I didn't have, I don't know why, I'm called to certain things, and so I have to tend to it accordingly. I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. Yeah. Communication is key. And so I know, like, I'm not going to regret anything that I communicate. I know that I have a good heart and good intention with what I convey, regardless of who it is. So I shouldn't fear that. 100%. This is peace of mind with self. Oh, hi. Give me a second. Yeah, so that's where that is at. Yeah, because, like, if anybody proves me wrong, gosh, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. It'll come tumbling down, let me tell you. All right. Okay, so final words for me, Archangel Michael, on this stuff. Okay, we fell on this stuff right here is the 4 of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So, I'm saying that healing is offered, but it's also victorious. Like, it's not just like it's saying that consider the situation healed and yourself healed, but it doesn't make you like What is it? It's not like dumbing down your discipline, like you're less than, almost like kind of like a lapdog, like heel, you know, like you know, it's yeah, it's not degrading. My healing is not degrading. That's what they're saying. And there's still a lot to pin down here, but I'm able to pick up the sword because there's foreboding victory. That's what it says. So yeah, so I think what they're saying here, to move forward, like don't get discouraged, okay? You hold the sword, you hold the answers, simply because of your channeling. Like, you wouldn't get this far in channeling if you were not healed, Tina. So, bottom of the deck is 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and top of the deck is the Fool card in reverse, and that's what's next here, facing the sun. Is it the sun? Yeah. No, it's Judgment. Oh my gosh. Ooh. So the things that are not quite imbalanced, there's divine follow-through, let me tell you. Okay, so you are, let me see here, howdy hi. You want a general message. Let me go ahead and check. Archangel Michael, what are the red flags on howdy hi over here? Howdy hi, how'd you find me, by the way? What are the red flags? Before I decide whether or not I'm going to do a reading for howdy hi. Ace of Wands in reversal. This felt propped up onto me. I know what this means. It's telling me to hold my power to me, to myself. This is telling me not to do a reading for you. Look, your energy is not good. I can tell you that straight up. No harm, no foul, and you know it. That's the bottom of the deck. That's a secret energy. I'm strong. And then the top of the deck is there's no victory in reading for you. So that's it. Thanks so very much for all donations provided in light and love. It's certainly appreciated. So, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, accentuating the sequence of rollout, especially for you. Hi. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading now.